Wildcat. We've got Maya Hawke, we've got Ethan Hawke, Laura Linney. They're all right here on the red carpet, and we're going to be speaking with them very soon. They're just working their way down the line now, but we're going to get a chance to speak to all three of them. Of course, this film is about the short story author Flannery O'Connor and how she wrote her first novel. Maya is really into her. Apparently, she used the Flannery O'Connor story as her application for Juilliard. And that was years ago, but here she is back again doing a film about it with her dad as the director. And the vibe here is very interesting. People have been singing Ethan and Maya since these two showed up. So we're gonna ask them how they feel about their new theme song. We've been to a lot of red carpets, but this has not happened yet, where people just sing their names over and over. It'd be interesting to hear what they think of it. We actually got a chance to talk to Ethan Hawke earlier today. We got a little sit down with him. It'll be out tomorrow or the next day. We got a chance to talk about the writer's strike, which obviously has really disrupted things here at TIFF 2023, but some films are still allowed to come. Anyway, we talked to him about AI specifically and just the idea of, ChatGPT writing movie scripts, and also just the idea of being brought back after your death as a digitally recreated character in a movie. Ethan was not into that. So if you want to hear a little more about that, you'll be able to check it out tomorrow or the next day on our YouTube channel right here. But in the meantime, we're going to get a chance to ask some fresh questions of these two. And with Laura Linney, who I love in Ozark. I don't know if there's Ozark fans out there, and definitely jump in the comments and give us some ideas for questions, because we're going to get in as many as we can. This is your chance. I know Ethan's been to Toronto several times, so we're going to ask him about some of his favorite spots in the city. And we're going to ask Maya about how this all came to be, making a movie with her dad. Her dad is the director. Some people might say, okay, let's stay away as family, but these guys are going right for it. And you got to admire that,
Looks like they're going back for a picture.
Yeah, it sounds like we're getting a group photo. They always do this at the red carpets. Once the cast has all shown up, you might get a few interviews starting, but now they're going to do all those images you're going to see on Getty and all over the place on the magazine covers. And then they'll start making their way through the line. These all go down a little different, so we might get a chance to go one-on-one with some of these actors, and there's also a chance we might scrum, so that means we'll get in a question alongside a few other outlets. It's actually brave of Laura Linney to be here. So she actually had an incident yesterday at New York Fashion Week where a fan was asking her for an autograph, and I guess it got ugly, and he got into it with her security staff and punched the guy and then took off. And there's actually video you can see of this online. Pretty disturbing, so good for her for showing up. And obviously there's a huge sea of people here down on Festival Street, or what was Festival Street, King Street at least. So we're lucky that she's here. Fantastic actress, of course. You may have seen her in Truman Show. She was the fake wife. And she's very good at smiling without using her eyes and making it look fake in the best possible way. I love that move. I'll get a chance to talk to her about being in this. And she plays Maya Hawke's, Flannery O'Connor's mother. And of course, any writer is going to have a fraught relationship with her parents. So I'm sure there's lots to see in this one. The Hawks are one of the biggest family draws here, of course, at TIFF. Star power is a little dim, but nothing dim about these two. It's interesting, actually. Maya Hawke, yes, she's in a film with her father here, but she's also working on another one with her mom, Uma Thurman. So obviously there's a comfort level with just working together with your family. And she had that, there was that thing over the summer of the whole Nepo baby thing, but it's interesting to think about that, right? Because here's somebody who's been from birth in the world of acting. Her parents are both well-known actors. I assume there's a shorthand you get just from growing up in that environment where you know how to go through a script, you know how to work through an agent. All the little things that you may have to learn on your own if you're just trying to break into the industry. It is a bit of a leg up. But also that only gets you so far, right? You got to have the talent, and that's obviously in the genes between the two of them. we'll get a chance to talk with both Ethan Hawke and Maya Hawke very soon. If you're just dropping in, please let us know in the comments what you'd like us to ask them. And this is only one of several live streams we've done from the red carpet. We're doing it every night that we're on the red carpet. So if you enjoy watching this, go check out the one we did last night. We stayed up late so you didn't have to on a Sunday night to see Finn Wolfhard and Billy Brick premiere Hell of a Summer right here at the same red carpet. We got a chance to talk with them, ask them about their favorite local spots in Toronto, and just putting that film together. And it was a really fun time that night. They had the whole cast from the film, their first time back together after shooting it in Canada, Northern Ontario. They all stayed in a house together, and everybody was like 19, 20 years old. And when everyone showed up here, it was like prom. They were so excited to see each other. There was one actress whose dad was running around taking photos of her, so proud to see her on the red carpet. It was adorable. And I recommend checking out the stream, if just for that. And we'll see what other magic moments we get here beyond the theme song, which has died down a little bit, but we're going to ask them about it. It's been a very busy TIFF for us. We kicked it off at Narcity with a Gonzo Girl red carpet. We spoke to Willem Dafoe, Camilla Morone, and Patricia Arquette, who directed that one. And then it was just off to the races after that. We've done so many since. We were at the Lil Nas X premiere the other night. We talked to Nickelback for their documentary. We went off-site a little bit for a chat with Nelly Furtado and Director X for a gala that was put on during TIFF. You can find that on our TikTok or on our YouTube page. More to come, of course. We'll wrap everything up with Sly, Sylvester Stallone at the end of the week. Laura Linney's making her way over, so we're going to get a chance to speak with her soon. We spoke to Taika Waititi yesterday on the red carpet for his movie, Next Goal Wins. Very energetic guy, you gotta love him. And it was interesting, they actually brought out some of the players and the coach from the team that movie was based on. American Samoan team that lost 31-0 in an international soccer match and came back and managed to, regain some dignity, regain some pride, and score a few goals. Actually win a few games after that crushing defeat. It looks like Ethan and Maya are maybe doing this together, which will be pretty fun. We can play them off each other.
Oh, yes, definitely. Sorry about that. We're so far away from each other.
Lots of bright lights here, maybe too bright at times. And you can just see there's such a crowd here gathered to watch these guys talk. Now, this is about the author Flannery O'Connor, who is from Georgia. She wrote a lot of short stories, and they were known as Southern Gothic. It's the kind of thing you would see on your syllabus in English class. I do remember one fairly well. I think it's a good person is hard to find, or good people are hard to find. I hope this isn't on the exam, but what I remember was a Bible salesman showing up at a family's home, trying to sell a Bible, and then taking the daughter who had a wooden leg into the barn and doing some stuff together, and then taking off. So there's definitely a dark undertone to her stories, and from my understanding, this is going to take Maya plays not just Flannery, but a lot of the characters in her short stories as well. So she's going to be jumping into these stories and taking on a few different personas as she goes through the film. We're going to make our way back to our spot because I think we're going to get a chance soon. There's a lot of coordination that has to go on a red carpet. Obviously, The press is all on one side, but you're juggling people as they move along the line, trying to keep everyone moving, get everyone their time to talk to the stars, but not let the stars get too bogged down either. You know, there'll be PR people walking around, they'll give them a little tap on the elbow, let them know it's time to move on, that kind of thing. We've got Willa Fitzgerald on the line as well. You may know her from Reacher on Amazon and several other things. I should point out that it's Prime Video, not Amazon. We're going to get a chance to talk to Laura here soon. Do a little juggle.
So most of one person is actually alive and on the script. And then the other 5 or 6 are it's all from operations. So it was great fun just going through those stories with fine tooth comb and getting more details about
Okay.
Producer, director.
I'm sure I can. No, it's not an idea. I just want to do it. There's a lot of things follow every business I know. So I don't think I'm sure it's not.
Do you change anything for you? Does it bring a different atmosphere?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it's just very moving and very touching. They work so well together. They seem to be. It was fantastic to see. And I was just so glad to learn. I was like, well, we're very lucky that we're able to come out because we got this really cool, we started this box series and we all take it over series. So for us being assigned to larger companies that it's possible to do what that
We're still here with you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yep. It's something on the internet, which is a series of tubes that's in a thing that you open and you type.
It can be.
Yeah, you're so close.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know exactly.
And you go betterbox.com and something's going to come up.
Yes.
And it's going to tell me what you are. And then if I go bloop, 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 and maybe pay a little money, then there's a service.
You got it. You nailed it. It is also like a social media website for film lovers.
Oh,
and on it you can have your 4 favorite films on the profile. So we love asking people, and we would love to ask you what your 4 favorite films are.
Well, Slapshot #1. Slapshot is my favorite movie of all time. Dodsworth #2. And 3 and 4 I have to really think about. But those are my top 2.
Yeah, I love it. You were ready with Slapshot.
Oh no, Slapshot is my favorite movie.
Love it.
You know, I watch it at least once a year.
Now TIFF is obviously about celebrating cinema, getting theaters and watching a movie together. Is there anywhere in the world that your favorite place to watch movies? Theater out there that
there's a theater in Telluride called the Galaxy, which I love. During the festival there, they turn all of their, everyday spaces into high-class movie theaters. And the Galaxy is a basketball court during the rest of the year. That's one of my favorites.
And do you have a favorite seat? Is there a go-to seat that you go to?
No, there's not. There's not. I sort of love being in different places. I'm happy in the back row. I'm not crazy about the front row.
Yeah, it hurts your neck.
Yeah, I can't see. I can't hear. So, but no, I'm fine. I'm fine in either what I call the king seat, which is the one that's straight in the middle, and then off to the side sometimes. Gives you a little breather.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you so much. Hello.
Hi, Laura. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. You're live on YouTube as well?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no pressure.
YouTube's there. YouTube's there.
Yes. I do want to ask you, with this project, you get to play Flannery O'Connor's mother. And obviously, you know, most writers are going to have a bit of a fraught relationship with their mother or their father. So what was it like to take on that role and work with Maya and Ethan, who I know you've known for a long time?
Yeah, well, both Maya and I play several different people. So we dip in and out of the short stories, so we take on a whole bunch of characters as the movie unfolds. But yes, I think artists, it's fair to say, will have a rather interesting relationship with their parents in one way or the other. But, you know, these two artists, meaning, you know, Ethan and Maya, it was so wonderful to be around them. I so loved making this movie. It's really one of the best experiences I've had. And consequently, it was meaningful. It was deeply meaningful to both of them. And Maya hired her father to do this movie. You know, which was great. And I think he just wanted to make sure he did the best job. We all wanted to do the best job we could, you know, for both of them.
Absolutely. Well, and we're happy to have you here at TIFF. I am curious, if you could have one day off in the city, if you could tell me the name of the city first, what you would do with a day off, where you would go, what you would eat in this city.
In this city?
Yes.
I haven't been here in so long.
Really?
Honestly, I didn't recognize it when I got here. I can tell you what I would have done 15 years ago when I knew the city. There was an antiques dealer like by the water that was and I still have many of the things that I bought there. So I would go back there, and then I can't tell you unfortunately about the restaurants because I haven't been here in so long. But I love being here, and I hope I will come back and have a little time to get to know this very modern city.
Yeah, well, I heard you're a fan of Slapshot, so you'll have to check out a Toronto Maple Leafs game. Thank you so much, Laura.
Thanks, Laura.
Hi, Laura. Ramsey from Canada. How are you? Good to see you.
It's top of my list.
You know, Willa Fitzgerald is up next with us.
I'm like sweating and he did it.
He could have gone with a green structure, you know, structure. He went to something completely, you know, creative.
Is there anywhere in the world that is your favorite? Oh, good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
What do you think makes it so unique?
Well, I think it's material that is deeply beloved by everyone who's working on it.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
I love my local but it actually closed. Yeah, in Brooklyn Heights, in New York. It used to be my favorite place to go to San Francisco to walk. I know. I'm so sorry for I know. Well, I was thinking about it, and I was like, it would be that, but it no longer exists. Well, that's okay. I know. I agree. And do you have a favorite seat? Well, no, there's many colors. Yeah. Okay. So, you know,
It couldn't have been done.
thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Congrats on the movie. Yeah.
it had to be done by a company that was give Ethan a wide berth to
Yeah, we're trying to direct traffic here. I think we're going to get them both together.
He did everyone talk. He did the concert all the sudden.
3 flights.
Oh, okay. We're taking a little break. Oh, I'm sorry. Narcity.
Okay.
Narcity here.
Hi, Willa. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Good. Congrats on the movie. How are you feeling? Now you get to bring it out into the world, and I know you get to play a couple different roles in this.
I only play one role. I play Elizabeth Hargrove. And I am very excited to be here. I love TIFF, and I'm so excited to see the movie. I haven't seen it yet.
Well, I know you and Maya have worked on other things in the past.
Yeah.
What's that shorthand like with you guys now that you know each other so well?
Yeah, I mean, we got to know each other doing Little Women, and I mean, it's so exciting to have longevity in any like intimate relationship, and getting to like see her career continuing the way that it has been such a delight, and getting to be part of this movie was very special because it means so much to her, and it's so exciting for me to be here supporting her.
Well, and what about working with her dad, Ethan?
I mean, I love Ethan, and he's an incredible director. He and Maya both really created one of the best set environments I've ever been on. It was such a generous, open, creative, respectful environment. It was really, I think, just a testament to their working relationship that they were able to do that.
That's amazing. Well, we're happy to have you here at TIFF. I am curious, if you could have one day off in the city, go incognito, what would you do? Where would you go?
I
What
love
would
going
you
to
eat?
the island.
Really?
I've spent a lot of time in Toronto. and I love going to the island.
Well, you're also getting the Toronto right. Everybody says Toronto, right? But you got
Toronto.
Yeah, you dropped the T. Well done. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Ella.
We are just waiting for Ethan and Maya. They're working their way around the lines a little all over the place, so we'll see when we're going to get them. They could surprise us. They could be together. They could be apart. It's going to be interesting either way. I think I was hearing Ethan got his a couple of flights canceled. I wonder if he was taking Air Canada. Every once in a while you do hear about celebs. I think it was the guy who plays one of the Harry Potter actors a couple of years ago really blew up Air Canada because he couldn't get to Canada for Fan Expo in Toronto. That would have been late August last year.
With the carpet on this.
Just tuning in.
If you're just tuning in, we are here with Ethan and Maya Hawke. We're on the red carpet of Wildcat. We're going to get a chance to chat with both of them very soon. Ethan's just making the rounds. Lost sight of Maya, maybe taking photos. They often go in and out that way. And we're coming up on the premiere of this film, Wildcat, at 8:45. So we have until then to talk to these guys. And they're working their way down the line. So I think we're going to get a chance to at least get a question or two in here. Fans are still here, out to watch these guys. We're going to ask them about their theme song that they had coming in. Yeah, I think a bunch of the cast. And we got some of the other contributors to this film on their way in. Producers, composers, set designers, all that kind of thing. It's more than just the stars. Obviously, it takes a village to make any film.
Absolutely.
You have no bigger fan than this one and her fiance. Like 2 years. I told her she should make them right here, right here. Me? Yes, you right here? Yes. I told her she has to make cufflinks out of them for her and her man.
We'll note that down.
You heard it here. Send them to me.
It's a shock to me. I really hate biopics. I've made so
I like
many
everything you're saying.
I like the genre. But I find different people. I made a movie called Blaze about a singer-songwriter people I hadn't heard of, and I made a movie about a famous jazz musician, Chet Baker. And there's just something rich and compelling about the story to me. And I found myself
We are very close. We're not next. We'll be next after this one. One between us and this current one.
where faith and creativity
That's in the show.
Once you're on the set is great. The hard part is the public aspect of it. People having opinions about your family. It's different than if you're just making a movie with a friend. Your family's kind of sacred to you, so that feels scary. But we love each other and we love work, so it makes sense.
Perfect. Nope. Gotta go here to Letterbox.
How
Sorry.
did you feel defending the movie? Being able to do that?
Great. We make the movie independently, and I hope there's any silver lining to the strike, it puts a focus on independent cinema.
Well said.
Welcome to Toronto. I'm on Letterboxd. I don't know, are you familiar with Letterboxd?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you know on a Letterboxd profile, there's 4 favorite films. So we love asking people what your 4 favorite films are. We'd love to know what the pressure is.
It would change day to day. Do the Right Thing was an incredibly meaningful movie in my life. Paris, Texas was an incredibly powerful movie to me. Reds, and all that jazz.
Love it. Love
Right.
it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Perfect.
I like that. One.
Hey Ethan, how are you?
Good.
Good to see you again. Listen, welcome to Toronto again. I know you've been here several times.
I sure have.
Maybe you can tell me what your favorite place to go is and what you would do if you go incognito in the city.
My favorite. I like walking around in this town. I've made several movies here, and gosh, what a funny person. Well, I've been to a couple Blue Jays games. Always had a good time there. I like, believe it or not, I really like the Billy Bishop Airport.
Oh yeah.
And I know that's a strange thing to say, but I don't like airports. And there's something about that little island, and you know, when I'm working here, I'm always like, you know, taking off at dawn on a Saturday morning to try to make some kid's soccer game or something. And I have so many great memories of just sitting on that little island and watching Toronto wake up as I fly away and fly back.
Did I hear you had some trouble coming in on your flight?
3 flights canceled. I had to take the bus.
Oh no.
Who were you flying?
Well, 3 different airlines.
I'm sorry to hear that. Well, we'll go to the film. You know, with Maya, I know Maya hired you. Do you guys talk about ground rules when you're working together, that kind of thing?
No. I mean, I think maybe if you had to talk a lot about that, maybe you shouldn't do it. This is like, you know, if things like mutual respect and commitment and excellence, aspirational excellence, if those have to be like written out as ground rules, maybe you should not work together.
Yeah, that's fair. Thank you, Ethan.
Ethan, can I please? How are you? It's good to see you. Nice to see you. You just proved, Ethan, that creativity is win over methodology.
Well, you know, it's the thesis statement of Dead Poets Society. You remember that? I remember, like, as a kid, I sat there and Robin Williams did this scene where he's ripping up the books about how you judge a poem. You know, how's the meter, how's the rhyme, blah, 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 you know, I don't know. True creativity trumps all that.
For whatever reason, I love them to like all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Take care. Take care.
All right.
And then I mean, if I can like put all of the before movies together in one experience, which I walked down that like 4 times.
1 for 2.
I will.
We got Maya coming up very soon.
How is it?
Wow, that's amazing. And do you have a favorite theater in the world that you want to work on?
It changes all the time. I live in Brooklyn, and so obviously all of the, you know, Angelica, Billy D's, all the stuff. Metrograph, I love. I feel like they're always just walking there any day and they're playing something cool. Lincoln Center is like maybe one of the best. I've just had some of the best like.
Very, very cool. Love it. Thank you so much. Congrats on the film.
We are hoping for Maya Hawke. We're getting very close here.
Oh, hi, how are you?
I just downloaded your app a couple days ago.
Hey, okay. And do you want to give your username or?
Absolutely not.
No,
I think we already got your 4 favorites, your 4 favorite movies in the past, but do you have a new 4 favorites?
I have a new favorite.
Let's do it. What is it?
I was just at Telluride Film Festival and I saw Board Things by Yorgos Lanthimos. No one has seen it yet, but top of my list. One of my favorite movies I've ever seen.
Did you see anything else in Telluride?
I did. I saw All of Us Strangers, which was amazing. I saw, what else did I see? I saw which was killer. And I saw
25.
Annie Baker's movie. I love Annie Baker. She's like my favorite living playwright. And her movie Janet Planet blew my socks off. So that was 4 films. All right, I love it. And were there any films that you watched for this movie to prepare for? You know, it's funny. I asked my dad when we were starting if there were any movies he thought that I should, because it was his idea to have me not just play Flannery, but to play characters from her stories. So when he sort of sent me the first draft of the script, I sent him an email or called him and was like, hey, what movies would you recommend me to watch where an actor plays different characters within the same film? And he was like, there aren't any. Other than like some Eddie Murphy has done it amazing times doing incredible comedic performances, but dramatically, we didn't have any ideas of references. If you have any, please give them to me. But but we didn't have any. So really, I just looked at the writing. more than anything else.
Well, now you can be the movie that people start in.
We'll see. Well, I don't know. We'll see.
And last question: is there a movie theater in the world that is your favorite theater to watch?
Film Forum.
We're ready. Thanks so much.
Thank you. I have to get to stage soon, so we want to do these both. If we could keep it to about one question each.
Okay.
Yep. So Rich.
Yeah,
Hi.
Sure. Hi, Maya. How are you?
I'm really well. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. You're live on YouTube as well.
Oh, live.
Watch out.
How horrific.
We'll keep it safe. I do want to ask you, now that you're in Toronto, where would you go? What would you do if you had one incognito day off in the city?
First of all, every day except this day is incognito for me. I'm usually incognito and nobody bothers me anywhere. So I would do what I would normally do. I'd probably go to the movies if I wasn't working and go out to eat some food, maybe in a different neighborhood that I haven't been to yet. And I don't know, I actually haven't spent that much time here. I know my friend Willa Fitzgerald who's here has filmed here a lot, and my dad has, but I really haven't. So I don't even know, but I love it here.
Beautiful, thank you.
I want to talk to Maya, the producer. As a young producer, what is it that you can tell, others who want to produce and who are in your generation?
I guess I would invert the question, and I would say what I would tell other young actors is that if you want to do work you love, you have to be willing to make projects happen and not wait for them to come to you. And if you have the power to do so. And if you don't have it, you should find people who do and try to get them to have it. I think that the way that the industry works now is that you can't sit at home and wait for good scripts to come to you. You have to make work for yourself
And make it independently.
Yeah, and whatever tools you have at your disposal to do that, whether or not it's I've made tons of short films with friends that didn't go to the Toronto Film Festival, but whether or not that's what you're doing, or you're making music videos for friends, or you're getting to make independent films that go to the Toronto Film Festival, whatever it is and wherever you are on your journey, that is the path to happiness, because the industry is really different than it used to be.
Can I just get you to say the name of the city quickly?
Toronto?
That's it, you nailed it, thank you.
Did I say it right?
You did.
Okay.
Thanks, Maya.
Thank you.
Oh, that's okay. That's 2 for 2, they know what they're doing.
Thank you, guys.
No problem.
Thank you very much.
We are done. That is the end of the red carpet for Wildcat. We just spoke with Maya Hawke. We spoke with Ethan Hawke. We got Laura Linney, Willa Fitzgerald. I would call that a successful red carpet for us. We're very happy with that. We've now spoken to 2 big Stranger Things stars in under 24 hours, so pretty awesome. And we will be, of course, doing this every night that we have a red carpet. So tomorrow, we're going to be on the red carpet. We're going to be out with Memory, Jessica Chastain. We're going to speak to her. She always looks incredible on the red carpet, so definitely show up for that. After that, we're going to have Salma Hayek on Wednesday, and on Friday, we're going to have Thank You for Coming, which is a Indian sex comedy. It should be fun. And then on Saturday, we're going to wrap it up with Sly, Sylvester Stallone himself. We're going to be there on the red carpet. We're going to chat with him. And I'm really curious about this doc because he's played so many roles, Rocky, Rambo, all of those, but I'm really interested to see who showed up for him, who showed up to talk about him and his incredible career, because he's been at it for decades, almost 50 years. So it'll be really cool to have that experience. And of course, we've had a great experience here. You can see the red carpet just wrapping up. So thank you for joining us. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow, and you'll see more of this fun on the red carpet. For Narcity, I'm Josh Elliott. Thanks for joining us.